There were extraordinary scenes today with the arrest of one of Sydney's most high-profile media identities.
About 7:45 a.m. this morning, detectives from the Child Abuse Squad executed a search warrant at a unit in Circular Quay, where they arrested an 83-year-old male. That male was later taken to the Sydney City Police Station, where he has been charged with 24 offences.
That male was veteran broadcaster Alan Jones, who ruled breakfast radio in the city for decades and exercised power across all levels of Australian politics and sport. Jones's lawyer said he denies any misconduct. New South Wales Police Force said Strike Force Bonifin was established in March this year to investigate a number of alleged incidents that took place between 2001 and 2019. Kate McClymont is Chief Investigative Reporter at the Sydney Morning Herald. Police said it was her reporting that prompted the creation of the Strike Force. Kate McClymont, welcome to 7:30.
Thanks, Sarah.
Let's just start with what Alan Jones has been charged with.
Well, as you said, it was 24 charges, and the most serious of those charges are aggravated indecent assault, which can attract a maximum jail term of 7 years. So there was a range of assaults, they being the most serious. Interestingly, the police said today the youngest alleged victim was 17 at the time of the incident. The other alleged victims ranged from people who either worked with Alan Jones or he knew them personally. So it did range across numerous aspects of his life.
And to be clear, this is a section of Alan Jones's life, from 2001. What was Alan Jones's position at that time?
At that time, he was the #1 breakfast host at Sydney's 2GB, where he had absolutely immense power. And in fact, one of the alleged victims that I spoke to said, you know, you have to remember at that time he had more power than the Prime Minister.
And just explain that for people who don't know exactly who Alan Jones is and the power he wielded. Why is this moment so significant?
Well, such was the force of his personality. He really was a human whirlwind. He would hold forth with very strong opinions on the radio in the morning, and he scared politicians, ministers, members of the public. It was a very brave person who took on Alan Jones during those years that he was at the top of his game.
Did you expect to see this moment today?
I was totally shocked that it finally happened, because the Strike Force has been working since March this year and there have been a number of detectives assigned to it. So they've been beavering away, I would imagine, and I think the Assistant Commissioner today praised them for their tenacity and hard work, while also giving a shout out to the alleged victim, saying it's going to be a tough road ahead. This is only the start.
What was the response to the reporting that you did, which, as I mentioned, the police say led to the formation of the Strike Force? How did Alan Jones respond? Did you speak to him? How did he react?
Look, I did put questions to him, and the response I received was from his lawyers, basically, threatening a defamation suit, denying the allegations and saying he would sue. He never did sue, but he has maintained that he is innocent of these allegations.
I described them earlier as extraordinary scenes because he is a person who has held enormous power in this country, but I'd like you to describe the scene you saw of Alan Jones leaving court today.
It was absolutely astonishing seeing Alan Jones, this unbelievable icon of the media industry and such a powerful person. He looked shell-shocked, and he walked very slowly from the Day Street Police Station, and he was flanked on either shoulder by his criminal lawyers as the media peppered him with questions. And I thought, this is something he would never have imagined in his wildest dreams that he would be at the centre of.
So what happens next?
Alan Jones has had to surrender his passport. He's been told that he can't approach any points of international departure. And importantly, his bail conditions also include that he not talk contact, harass, or in fact identify any of his alleged victims to any third party except for his lawyers. And he will appear in Sydney's court on the 18th of December.
Kate McClymont, thank you very much indeed for coming in on this particular day.
Thank you, Sarah.